Breaking news, and I mean breaking news like you've never seen before. The streets are talking, the blogs are buzzing, and Harlem is on fire tonight because Jim Jones, the Dipset legend, the man who once bragged about being untouchable, has just been taken down in handcuffs after allegedly assaulting none other than his longtime partner, Chrissy Lampkin. Yes, you heard that right. The couple we thought had survived every storm just got torn apart in the most public, violent, and humiliating way possible. But this isn't just a fight gone wrong. No. Insiders are already leaking receipts, screenshots, voicemails, and whispers that suggest this was months, maybe years in the making. Secret texts from a mystery woman, heated arguments over hidden money, a relationship stretched to the breaking point, and a man unraveling in front of the world. And here's the part that will leave you shook. Police didn't just stumble into this moment. Sources are saying law enforcement was tipped off, that they were waiting, that they knew something was about to go down. Which begs the question, who set Jim up? Was it Chrissy, finally tired of protecting him? Was it a rival in the industry? Or was it someone even closer? Someone inside his own circle, watching him self-destruct? Strap in, because what I'm about to show you isn't just gossip. It's betrayal, it's scandal, and it may just be the end of Jim Jones as we know him. The arrest wasn't the end. It was only the spark that ignited the biggest scandal Harlem has seen in decades. Jim Jones, the man who once strutted around like he could never fall, was marched out of that Miami penthouse in cuffs, his head down. Chrissy Lampkin standing in the doorway with tears in her eyes and rage written all over her face. Eyewitnesses said the silence was louder than the shouting. Neighbors stared, phones filmed, and the moment spread across the internet like wildfire. But what nobody realized in that moment was that this wasn't just a fight. It was the eruption of secrets that had been bubbling for months, and the leaks started within hours. First came the texts. Screenshots began circulating on Twitter from an anonymous account claiming to be close to the situation. The messages showed Jim texting a contact saved only as M. In one thread, Jim wrote, "You know I can't talk when I'm with her. Stop blowing up my phone." Another reply from M read, "You promised me more than this. Don't make me expose you." Fans were stunned. Who was M? Was this another woman? Was this the reason Chrissy had been pressing him about marriage and finances? Twitter went ballistic. Hashtag Whoism trended worldwide within an hour. Memes flooded the timeline. Photos of magnifying glasses. Fans playing detective, side-by-side comparisons of women Jim had been rumored to mess with in the past. Every comment section turned into an investigation. And then, like gasoline on the fire, someone leaked an alleged voicemail. In the recording, a woman's voice, emotional and furious, said, "I'm not going to be your secret forever, Jimmy. If you don't tell her, I will. I don't care about your image. I don't care about Dipset. I want the truth out." The voice wasn't confirmed, but fans swore it wasn't Chrissy, which meant Jim's private life wasn't just messy. It was on the verge of total collapse. And while social media ran wild, insiders began whispering that this fight had roots deeper than love and loyalty. Money. Lots of money. Sources close to Chrissy claimed she'd been pushing Jim to finally make their relationship legal. Not just for love, but for protection. Allegedly, she wanted her name tied to his assets, worried about what might happen if things went south. But Jim, he wasn't having it. He reportedly accused her of being money hungry, of trying to trap him legally, of being less about love and more about control. The tension built for months. And insiders now say the Miami blow-up started when Chrissy confronted him again about secret accounts. That night in that penthouse, Chrissy allegedly found suspicious financial records, transfers, withdrawals, money moving in ways that didn't add up. When she confronted Jim, he exploded. Witnesses described shouting so loud the walls shook, Chrissy screaming back that she was done being played. Then came the shattering glass, the slamming doors, and finally, the moment when things got physical. By the time cops stormed in, the penthouse looked like a war zone. shards of glass on the floor, furniture overturned. Chrissy pacing, Jim red-faced and defiant. And though Chrissy initially tried to downplay it, telling officers it was just a fight, the evidence in the room told a different story. Police weren't leaving without Jim in cuffs, and that's exactly what they got. The fallout was immediate. Within minutes, blogs like The Shade Room and Hollywood Unlocked posted grainy footage of Jim being escorted out. Twitter erupted. Some fans clowned him all these years dodging marriage, and now you locked up for real. Others defended him, cops always targeting black men. But the most brutal reactions came from within the hip-hop world itself. 0.50 Cent, never one to miss an opportunity to throw shade, posted a meme within hours. Jim in cuffs next to a caption reading, "Should have married her. Now you married the state." The post racked up millions of likes, and fans howled with laughter. Jim's silence only made it worse. Meanwhile, Chrissy was playing it cool, at least in public. No statements, no interviews, just silence. But that silence said more than words ever could. Insiders claimed she was devastated, pacing her hotel suite, crying to friends that she couldn't believe it had come to this. Yet at the same time, she wasn't cutting him loose. Not yet. And that's when the next leak hit. And this one was devastating, Anne. Anonymous emails sent to multiple blogs claimed to contain the Harlem. Files, documents showing wire transfers from Jim's business accounts to a personal account, under a woman's name that wasn't. Chrissy's, the numbers were staggering. Tens of thousands at first, then hundreds of thousands. If the documents were real, it meant Jim had been funneling money to someone else. Possibly the mysterious M from those texts. The internet exploded again. Fans dragged him mercilessly. Chrissy held him down for 20 years, and this is what he does. He's been broke to her face while sending cash to another woman. The betrayal narrative hardened. Jim wasn't just a hot-headed rapper caught in an argument. He was a cheater, a liar, a man hiding both women and money behind Chrissy's back. As if that wasn't enough, a second voicemail leaked late that night, this time allegedly between Jim and one of his closest industry friends. In the audio, Jim's voice sounded panicked. "They got everything, bro. The texts, the money, even the tapes. If this comes out, I'm finished. They'll all turn on me. Even her." The friend replied, "You've got to control Chrissy. If she flips on you, it's over." The clip spread like wildfire. Fans tore Jim apart, saying he wasn't worried about hurting Chrissy, only about being exposed. The hashtag control Chrissy trended, with fans dragging him as manipulative and toxic. By now, the chaos was impossible to contain. Instagram lives, Twitter threads, YouTube reaction videos, everyone had an opinion. Everyone was dissecting every leak. And celebrities kept pouring fuel on the fire. Tamar Braxton tweeted, "Ladies, stop protecting these men who embarrass you." Cardi B reposted a clip of Chrissy from years ago, crying on Love and Hip Hop with the caption, "And y'all laughed at her pain. Look at her now." The walls were closing in on Jim. His team scrambled, sources said, trying to craft a statement, but insiders revealed they couldn't agree on a strategy. Should he apologize? Deny? Blame Chrissy? Every option risked disaster. And in the meantime, Jim did the worst thing possible. He went live. The video, now infamous, showed him pacing in his studio, clearly intoxicated, words slurring. "Y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know what I deal with every day. She's been disrespecting me, embarrassing me. And now y'all believe these fake receipts? Y'all clowns?" His rant grew angrier. "You want the truth? You can't handle the truth." He screamed into the camera before abruptly ending the live. Fans dragged him even harder. Memes mocked him. Celebrities clowned him. The narrative was set. Jim Jones was spiraling, lashing out, and digging his own grave. And just when it seemed like things couldn't get any worse, another anonymous account posted a single cryptic tweet. "If you thought Harlem was bad, wait until you see Miami." The tweet sent shockwaves. Miami? What happened in Miami? Was there another woman? Another fight, another secret waiting to explode. Nobody knew. But one thing was certain, the leaks weren't done. And the next bombshell promised to be even bigger. The internet braced itself for the next chapter, had its villain, and his name was Jimmy Capo. But that was just the appetizer. Hours later, audio surfaced, allegedly recorded in a hotel hallway. Jim's voice, sharp and angry. "You gotta chill. Stop blowing up my phone when I'm with her. You're gonna ruin everything." The woman's reply dripped with venom. "You promised me, Jimmy. You said I'd have the life she has. I'm tired of being your secret." The audio cut off there, but the damage was irreversible. Jim wasn't just caught with another woman. He was caught promising her the same future. Chrissy had been begging for all these years. Fans went feral. The betrayal was too much to process. They flooded Chrissy's old posts with support. "You deserve better. 20 years and this is how he repays you." Even people who once mocked her for waiting forever to marry him were now calling her a survivor, a woman wronged beyond comprehension. Then, like a hurricane blowing through the wreckage, Mama Jones appeared. Jim's mother, known for her sharp tongue and refusal to hold back, went live on Instagram, tears streaming, voice trembling with rage. "Y'all not about to drag my son like this? These blogs are lying. These women are lying. And Chrissy, don't act brand new. You've been using Jimmy for fame, for money, for years. Don't play the victim now." It was raw, emotional, and messy, but it backfired spectacularly. Instead of defending Jim, Mama Jones became a target herself. Twitter roasted her instantly. Imagine defending your son after he cheated in 4K. Mama Jones needs to take several seats. Tamar Braxton tweeted, "Mothers gotta stop enabling grown men." Even Remy Ma posted a shady comment. "Defending the wrong one, sis?" Mama Jones doubled down, vowing to expose Chrissy with her own receipts. But by then, her credibility was already shredded. Fans labeled her toxic, accusing her of caring more about protecting Jim's ego than Chrissy's well-being. And in the middle of that firestorm, Chrissy finally broke her silence. She posted a single black and white photo of herself looking away from the camera, expression unreadable. The caption hit like a gut punch. "You can waste years on someone and they'll still show you who they are. I'm done protecting the unworthy." That one line racked up millions of likes in hours. The comment section turned into a digital rally. "We stand with you. Leave him, queen." Even celebrities jumped in. Taraji P. Henson, "Protect your peace." Gabrielle Union, "Sis, you already know your worth." Chrissy went from silent victim to empowered survivor overnight, and the internet crowned her the hero of the saga. Meanwhile, Jim's empire was collapsing in real time. Endorsement deals pulled out. Playlists quietly removed his tracks. Promoters canceled shows. Even reality TV producers began leaking whispers that his name was radioactive. And the worst part, he still hadn't released a proper statement. Every hour of silence was another nail in his coffin. And then the doomsday. File dropped. An anonymous YouTube account uploaded a video titled, "The Doomsday File, Jim Jones Exposed." The video opened with blurred images, muffled voices, and then, boom, a distorted female voice claiming to be the Miami woman. "I was promised a future. He told me Chrissy was nothing. He told me I'd be his wife. And now he wants to erase me. No, I won't be silenced." The video included alleged screenshots of bank transfers, secret DMIs, and most damning of all, a clip of Jim's voice on the phone saying, "Chrissy will never leave me. She needs me too much. She's stuck." The internet went nuclear. He said she's stuck. That's not love. That's manipulation. Hashtag Chrissy deserves better began trending, joined by hashtag cancel Jim Jones. Podcasts recorded emergency episodes. Gossip blogs ran red banners calling it the scandal of the year. Jim Jones wasn't just in trouble. He was being publicly dismantled. Even his peers piled on. Fat Joe tweeted, "You can't disrespect a woman who held you down for decades." Nah, Meek Mill added. Damn. Jimmy, that's ugly. And Kamran, his former friend turned rival, posted a picture of himself sipping tea with the caption, "Told y'all, the truth always comes out." Jim's world was caving in. His team scrambled behind the scenes, insiders claimed, arguing about damage control. One camp wanted him to apologize, frame it as a mistake. Another urged denial, claimed the leaks were fake, a smear campaign. But Jim chose the worst option of all. He went live again. This time, his voice was shaky, his eyes bloodshot. "They want to see me fall. They want to destroy everything I built. Chrissy knows I love her, but she let outsiders turn her against me. All these receipts. Fake. All these women. Lies. Don't believe the hype." The video cut off abruptly, leaving viewers stunned. Fans weren't buying it. The comments were brutal. Gaslighting 101. No accountability. This ain't love and hip-hop. This is law and order. Every excuse made him look guiltier. Every rant dug him deeper. And just when it seemed the drama had peaked, the original burner account returned with a single, bone-chilling tweet. The Doomsday File was only the trailer. The movie drops Friday. The internet froze. If the Doomsday File was the trailer, what was in the full movie? More women, more money, hidden children, even darker secrets. Nobody knew. But everyone knew one thing. If the leaks so far had already scorched Jim's career, the next drop would burn it to ashes. The cliffhanger was unbearable. Fans camped online, waiting for the drop. Chrissy's silence grew louder by the minute. Mama Jones threatened more lives. Jim spiraled into paranoia. And the industry watched, knives out. Ready to bury him once and for all, the countdown to Friday had begun. Friday arrived like Judgment Day. The entire internet was holding its breath, waiting for the so-called movie the burner account promised. Fans skipped work, stayed glued to their phones, refreshing feeds every few seconds. By noon, the hashtags were already trending. Hashtag Doomsday Drop. Hashtag Jim Jones Exposed. Hashtag Chrissy Wins. Nobody knew what the file contained, but everyone knew it would be catastrophic. And then, boom! A 30-minute video uploaded to YouTube under the same anonymous account. Title: The Doomsday File, Full Story. Within seconds, the views exploded. The video began with a montage of Jim Jones and Chrissy over the years, love and hip-hop clips. Interviews, photos of them smiling, her on his arm. Then the screen glitched and the voice of the Miami woman returned. "You've seen the surface. Now see the truth?" What followed was a barrage of evidence so damning, it felt like a career obituary. Screenshots of emails where Jim allegedly coordinated secret wire transfers, promising just stay quiet until I handle Chrissy. DMs with the Miami woman gushing about our future, mocking Chrissy as old news. And then came the bombshell, a secret recording, reportedly from inside Jim's own studio. His voice, unmistakable, cold, and dismissive. "Chrissy ain't leaving me. She's too invested. She built her whole life around me. She's scared to start over. I can do whatever I want. She'll never walk." The internet imploded. He said she'd never walk. That's not love, that's control. This man just ended himself on tape. Twitter turned into a battlefield. Fans screamed betrayal. Women flooded timelines with their own stories of manipulation. And men either defended Jim or distanced themselves completely. The clip spread so fast that within hours, even mainstream news outlets were covering it. But the Doomsday File wasn't finished. The final 5 minutes showed surveillance footage, grainy but clear enough, of Jim and the Miami woman checking into the hotel together. Dates matched transfers. Timelines aligned. There was no denying it. When the video ended, the internet crowned a new villain. Jim Jones wasn't just a rapper caught in messy drama. He was now the poster boy for betrayal, manipulation, and downfall. Meanwhile, Chrissy made her move. Just an hour after the drop, she posted her own video.com, composed, devastating. Sitting on a white couch, no makeup, voice steady for 20 years. I gave my life to someone who thought I'd never walk away. Today, I'm showing the world I will. The video lasted less than 2 minutes, but it shook the culture. She didn't cry. She didn't beg. She declared freedom. And the internet erupted. Hashtag Chrissy wins shot to #1 worldwide. Celebrities flooded her comments with love. Mary J. Blige wrote, "Stronger without him." Taraji P. Henson, a queen reclaiming her crown. The public narrative was sealed. Chrissy was the survivor, Jim was the villain. And Jim, he was collapsing in real time. Reports surfaced that he'd locked himself in his studio for 2 days straight, refusing calls, spiraling. Insiders claimed he was drinking heavily, screaming at his team, blaming everyone but himself. One leaked text allegedly from Jim to a friend was hiding. Some said he was plotting revenge. Others whispered about breakdowns, even rehab. Nobody knew until a new account surfaced with one final, cryptic message. The post showed a black screen with text. "If they think Chrissy destroyed me, wait until they see what I have on her. Drop coming soon." The internet gasped. Could it be Jim himself? Was it the Miami woman? Was it another insider? Nobody knew. But the idea that Chrissy might have secrets of her own flipped the narrative yet again. Suddenly, debates erupted. Was she really the innocent victim? Or was there more to the story? The cliffhanger left the entire culture spinning. Was this truly the end of Jim Jones? Or just the beginning of Chrissy's reckoning? Would the next drop clear him or bury them both? The countdown had begun once more. The war wasn't over. It had just entered its deadliest phase. And there it is. The doomsday file detonated. Chrissy stood tall. Mama Jones crumbled under the pressure. And Jim Jones, he's vanished into silence while the internet waits for the next bomb to drop. But don't get comfortable because the cliffhanger is screaming louder than the scandal itself. Someone out there claims Chrissy isn't as innocent as she seems. Another file, another secret, another betrayal waiting to surface. This isn't just another celebrity breakup. This is cultural warfare. We are watching the collapse of a 20-year legacy, the unraveling of trust, the exposure of manipulation, and the weaponization of receipts in real time. The streets are buzzing. The industry is whispering. And the world is watching history burn. So here's the truth. If you don't lock in with us right now, you're going to miss the next detonation. Hit that like button if you believe Chrissy is finally free. Drop a comment if you think Jim still has an ace up his sleeve. And most importantly, smash that subscribe with the notification bell on. Because the next 24 hours could rewrite everything we thought we knew. One more leak, one more video, one more message could flip this saga upside down. And when it happens, you don't want to be catching up through secondhand tweets. You want to be right here, front row, when the bombshell drops. This isn't gossip anymore. This is survival. And the war is far